topic today is tide pools. A tide pool is a place of refuge for small organisms that cannot stand exposure during low tide. Tide pool animals see well so they can detect motion outside the water. Because it is small and separated from the sea when the tide is out, the pool might also cause death of marine animals. If some organisms are exposed to the sun's radiation, they can become dried out and die. They can only become dried out at low tide because the organisms will get washed on shore and have no water to help them survive. That is why animals who have been washed on shore head towards the tide pool. To live in the intertidal zone, organisms must adapt to the constant changes in the environment.
The intertidal zone lies between the high and low tide lines. Tidal cycles are the period of time from one high tide to the next. They last about 12 hours. The 4-centimeter-long sea anemone also lives in tide pools. It looks like a flower and catches and eats other small animals. Three types of tide pools are the upper zone, the lower zone, and the middle zone. Many different kinds of plants and animals live in the tidal zone.
This is the example of the lower zone pools, and in the lower zone pools you can see the lamb-shell, the sea urchin, the sea peach, the spider crab, the moon jelly, and the kelp. Some other organisms that live in lower zone pools are hydroids, which live in kelp, lobsters, coralline crust, and red algae, which survive on spider crabs.
In the middle zone pools, you can find rockweed, limpets, springtails, and sea lettuce. Some other organisms that live in the middle zone pools are snail fern, which live on hermit crabs, airborne sponges, which live on clipper shells. This is the upper zone pool, and in it live the periwinkle and green algae. Springtails also live in the upper zone pool. The 3-centimeter-long limpet has a unique homing behavior, which means it always goes back to its original spot. It eats seaweed. Sea lettuce, which is 12 centimeters long, is a type of seaweed, and it is as common as garden lettuce. People who live near the Pacific Ocean will eat it. Sunrise tumblers, green scallops, sand dollars, worms, and mussels also live in tide pools. And I'm Kim Check. Our report is on dolphins. Dolphins are mammals just like us, but have bigger brains than man. They have long torpedo-shaped bodies which are smooth, rubbery, and gray. Their smooth skin lets them swim through the water easily. A layer of blubber beneath the skin helps them stay warm. Dolphins can be 7 to 12 feet long and weigh between 300 and 1,000 pounds. They live in temperate and tropical waters of the world. They stay close to the surface where they can only stay underwater for 5 minutes. Dolphins swim by moving their flukes. They can swim up to 25 miles per hour. They eat 10 to 20 pounds of fish a day. They travel in schools of 11 to 14 and catch their prey by using echolocation. This is a poster of echolocation. Echolocation is a natural sonar system which enables dolphins to locate objects such as their prey or a shark underwater. The sound the dolphin makes bounces off the object in front of them and goes back to the dolphin. The sound varies depending on the object and its size. Dolphins usually have only one baby. After a 10 to 12 month pregnancy, a calf is born into the water. One of the other pod members, an ant, takes it quickly to the surface for its first breath of air. Dolphins are highly emotional animals. When forced to be alone, they will suffer and can die. Contact with other creatures keeps them alive and alert. This is a model of the dolphin. There's its snout, its blowhole, its flippers, its dorsal fin, and its flukes.
Hello, my name is Mark Spilker.
Hello, my name is Ken Schwalm.
Hi, my name is Kevin Bones.
And our topic is scuba. Scuba is the act of going underwater while breathing from tank or tanks. It usually refers to breath holding, the oldest and simplest form of underwater diving. Diving with the aid of air tanks is called scuba diving. Scuba equipment. The first thing you need is a wetsuit, then a face mask and a snorkel. Fins are put over your feet. Fins aid in movement underwater. Gloves are used to protect hands. The weighted belt makes you sink to the desired depth. For safety, you might take a knife. Because of the difficulty working underwater with ordinary tools,
Divers usually employ to make hammers, drills, wrenches, cutting, and welding are carried out with razor or torches. Because many water's daylight only penetrates a few meters below the surface, artificial light, high-powered incandescent electric lights are usually employed.
It uses portable compressed air tanks. The diver breathes from tanks that can stay underwater for many minutes. The diver using one tank can stay at the depth of 40 feet for an hour. An increase of depth uses a diver's air supply more rapidly. The word scuba stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Scuba gear consists of one or two tanks strapped to your back, plus an air hook and a demand regulator. It controls the flow of air to your lungs, so the pressure in your lungs is equal to the water pressure. Serious injury can happen if the pressure in the diver's lungs is not equal to the pressure of the water. Some other kinds of equipment are used for undersea exploration. Electric submarine scooters, all explorers underwater. Start and accelerator are on the right-hand grip. A diver steers by turning his body and fins as a rudder.
Skin diving equipment. Basic equipment for skin diving is a face mask and rubber fins. The mask allows clear vision underwater. Fins provide 50% faster swimming. You also might want to carry a depth gauge. Kinds of scuba diving. Breath holding requires no equipment, but most divers use snorkels, fins, and fins. The plastic drum consists of silicone shirt. The silicone shirt helps the mask fit smoother to your face. Narrow green fins make easier to swim. Divers breathe through the snorkel while swimming face down. Breath holding down diver can wear a wetsuit. A close-fitting suit made of material similar to foam rubber. Some water enters between the suit and body. The diver's body heat warms the water. The suit holds in the warmth.
The Huckleberry Tangle. A special problem exists for a person who breathes a complex air. This is a well-recognized problem of the elimination of dissolved nitrogen from the body for working periods in the chamber up to 1 hour. No problem is involved. However, for periods of more than 1 hour, enough nitrogen will accumulate to cause the formation of gas bubbles in the blood system. If decompression takes place too fast, these gaseous bubbles cause the condition known as the blend tox. Governing the safe decompression schedule for various working times and pressures have been prepared by the U.S. Navy. The inventor of scuba. The inventor of scuba was Jacques Cousteau. He was a marine explorer and French naval official. Jacques was serving in the French Navy as a gunnery official when he began his underwater exploration. The hand signals, this is stop, this is go down or going down.
This is go up or going up. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. This is something's wrong. This does help. This is no ill. This is out of ill. This is that's body, breathe. This is dangle. This is okay. No focus at this distance. This is okay. One hand encrypted. This is wish direction. This is get with your buddy. This is using our file. This is hold hands. This is go that way. This is me or watch me. This is come here. This is under, over, around. This is travel off. This take. This is take it easy, slow down. This is no and yes. This is you're not clearing. This is I don't understand. This is what time. This is the. This is I could. I'm home.
I'm Leah Whiting.
I'm Andrew.
We did our project on the Morse code. Samuel Morse. Samuel Morse was born in 1791. He graduated from Yale College and his favorite subject was science. He was interested in art and inventing, but his favorite thing was art. He painted portraits, but he did not make enough money, so he went back to Europe in search of work. While returning from Europe, he met a young geologist named Charles Jackson. He explained how electricity could travel over wire like fluids. This gave him the idea of the electric telegraph. Morse code is made up of dots and dashes. Each letter has its own code of dots and dashes. Morse code is like music. It has a rhythm and a beat. One dot stands for one count, and one dash stands for 3 counts. This is the International Morse Code of Letters.
And this is the International Morse Code of Greenland. The telegraph revolutionized long-distance communication. The first major telegraph was conducted between Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, Maryland. The first message was from the Bible, from Numbers 23 verses 23, which was what must God wrong. Later that year, the telegraph went on telling Washington that the Democratic National Convention had now made a James K. Bolton president. By 1846, New York City was named with Washington, D.C. By 1851, more than 50 telegraph companies were operating in the United States. On April 4, 1856, 12 companies combined to form the Western Union Telegraph Company. In 1861, when the Civil War split the United States, intense demand developed for rapid transmission of news. In 1857, the first attempt failed for a telegraph cable when the cable broke. The largest ship then afloat, the Great Eastern, laid the first successful cable in 1866. Millions of people all over the world still use Morse code today.
This is our electric telegraph. This is the sounder, and this is the receiver or key. Powered by a 6-volt battery. We used wire, 1 aluminum nail, 3 wood screws, 2 tin strips, a wooden knob, and a 9-volt battery.
I'm now going to type out a message for you. And I picked out my name, which is Andrew.
Any questions?
Hi, I'm Andy Cohen. Hi, I'm Paul Federer. Hi, I'm Jennifer Cook. And we're doing the bottomless dolphin. The bottomless dolphin is gray on its side and on beneath its weight. It grows to a maximum length of 14 feet 9 inches and weighing at least 275 pounds. The bottlenose dolphin eats a variety of fish, like shark, shrimp, rays, and squid. The bottlenose dolphin may form a line and chase a school of fish toward the shore. Then they feast on them in shallow water. They also might surround the school and chase the fish inside the circle. The bottlenose dolphin has captives and times to leave them. February to March is a birth season for Florida. Birth takes place 1 year after mating. New baby is 0.4 feet long and weighs 20 to 26 pounds. It drinks most of the water for a year to 18 months. Female bottlenose dolphins are ready to bear young when they are about 5 years old. Then they will give birth every 2 or 3 years. Both bottlenose dolphins keep fish population down. It also gives us entertainment and helps us during wars. The bottlenose dolphin finds bombs. They also can place bombs on enemy ships and other water vessels. The bottlenose dolphin melon is filled with an oil substance, and it carries sound really good. The bottlenose dolphin's teeth chews the bottom jaw and the top jaw, chews the fish and goes into its mouth. The bottlenose dolphin's stomach is like a human stomach. The esophagus is connected to it, and the stomach is where the food is contained. The flipper, much like a human's arm, helps it to swim, and the flux. Flux are the dolphin's tail. They are flat and horizontal and are not held by bones. The blowhole, the nasal passages in the animal's skull, join together into a single tube to create oxygen so the dolphin can breathe.
Hi, my name is Aaron Cornell.
Hi, my name is Angela Krupa. Hi, my name is Angela Sun. And our topic is the blue whale. The blue whale is slate blue. It can weigh up to 160 tons and reach up to 100 feet. The blue whale has not teeth or baleen plates, which act as filters to separate the water from the krill. A full-grown whale can have over 300 baleen plates. Even though blue whales are the largest animals on the earth, they mainly feed on small shrimp-like creatures called krill. Baby blue whales are about 23 feet long at birth. Calves, baby blue whales, drink only their mother's milk for the first 6 months of their life. Baby blue whales can grow surprisingly 2 inches or 200 pounds each day. These whales are so amazing. Today, whale ears are only 2 tiny holes in the skin, but can hear underwater sounds as far as 1,000 miles away. Whale fossils show millions of years old that whales once lived on land. These beasts were probably covered with fur and walked on 4 legs. Why did the whale ancestors leave the land? Perhaps they became too heavy to walk around on legs, or maybe they found it easier to get food at the edge of the sea. Then, over many generations, they may have gone further and further into the sea to find enough to eat. Instead of nostrils, whales have 1 blowhole on top of their head. Thus, whales can breathe air with most of their body underwater.
Blue whales and people. Not too many blue whales were caught in the early days of whaling, but when people invented the harpoon gun, even the blue whales couldn't escape. Saving the blue whales. Blue whales were hunted for their blubber. People boiled their blubber to make oil. There were so many blue whales killed that today there are only 3,000 to 14,000 left. Today there are laws to protect blue whales.
Our poster has a size comparison of the blue whale elephant, and man. A mother blue whale and her baby, and size comparison of a sperm whale, killer whale, blue whale, and a dolphin.
Hello, I'm Kevin Message.
Hi, I'm Chris Micah.
And we're doing sperm whale for our project. Feeding habits. The sperm whale's main foods are squid, redfish, anglerfish, and cuttlefish. It only eats while in inshore waters. While eating, it opens its mouth, letting the lower jaw hang down, and swallows the fish, which are attracted by the white teeth and lining of the mouth. To prove this, scientists in several waters, they experiment using an arrangement of embedded hooks in white paint, acting like a sinker, which lures the fish. The squid they eat can be as long as 12 meters. Some of the larger sperm whales can eat squid weighing up to 400 pounds.
Size and color. Male sperm whales grow to be 84 feet long and weigh 144,000 pounds. Female sperm whales grow to be 35 to 40 feet long. Sperm whales reach full size at age 9. They live for 15 to 20 years. They are dark gray with pale on the belly and the mouth. Young sperm whales. Young sperm whales are naturally born at 13 feet and weighing a ton. While in the mother, they are attached by an umbilical cord. It takes the mother 16 months to give birth. After they are born, they stay in warm waters.
Facts about sperm whales. Female sperm whales are called cows. Sperm whales have a 20-pound brain and 277-pound heart. They have no actual dorsal fin. They have small flippers that are more like a hump. How a sperm whale fits into our environment. Sperm whales are not endangered yet, but if the whaling keeps going on, they will surely be endangered soon.
And we did a diagram of the head of the sperm whale. Here's the right nasal passage, the frontal sac, and the distal sac that allows the sperm whale to stay under water so long. Here's the blowhole. Here's the left nasal passage. The left nasal passage is the only passage connected to the blowhole. There's a spermaceti organ that has oil in it. And here's the skull. And here's the junk that contains the cells.
We also did a
Mark Oliver.
I'm Matt Tully.
And I'm Joe Mazzola, and we're doing a report on scorpions. A scorpion ranges from size from a half inch to 8 inches. They have a brown coloring and a flat, narrow body. They have 2 lobster-like claws and a tail that is curved upward forward with a venomous stinger to catch prey. Scorpions are carnivorous and are in the class arachnids with spiders. Most scorpions are harmless, but some can be very deadly. The smaller a scorpion is, the more deadly it is. A scorpion will attack any victim who puts up a fight. A scorpion wound is painful, but does not usually cause death. Poison should be sucked or squeezed from the wound. Then the wound should be bathed in ammonia.
The young are born alive and hold on to their mother with their pincers for a short period of time. There are 650 species of scorpion in the world. Only 40 of them occur in the United States.
Scorpions have 2 body parts. The sea faint thorax. It includes its head and its chest. It also has a long abdominal tail where the vermin is stored. The scorpions feed on insects, flies, and also spiders. Some insects live in bark, under rocks, and in dirt.
This is our diagram of a scorpion. The top surface view has many body parts, but for instance, one of them is the poison bulb or the chelicera. The undersurface view also has many body parts, but for instance, one is the pectines and the maxilla.
We made a diagram of the scorpion's tail and how it works. And that is how a scorpion's tail works.
Thank you.
I am introducing the humpback whale. I am Nancy Todd.
Humpbacks are part of the ocean's food chain. If too many humpbacks became extinct, the food supply would increase, causing the ocean life to multiply and the food chain would be off balance. The humpbacks are found in oceans worldwide today, but there are few distinctive populations and locations. One in the North Pacific, one in the North African, and one in the Southern Hemisphere. Like other mytids, they make annual migrations from warm water feeding grounds to cold water feeding grounds. Considering where and due to the population, they are protected by international law. Presently, the scientists estimate only 10,000 whales live up worldwide today. However, a humpback makes a bubble net. They swim through the water in a spiral, blowing bubbles. The net traps food and forces it forward. The humpback lunges upward into the bubble with its mouth open. On the surface, sea water streams through two rows of baleen hanging from the whale's jaw like a curtain. The whale pushes out all the extra water with the tongue and swallows what's left. We made a model, and it's going to blow and squirt bubbles. This is how it does a spout. For the humpback whale.
I'm Derek, and I'm Victoria, and we're doing a report on sign language. Sign language is used by the hearing impaired. People with normal hearing also use sign language. The system of sign language contains 26 hand symbols, one for each letter of the alphabet. The symbols are used to fingerspell. They are also used in communication with gestures to express specific words. They are also used in combination with other gestures to express specific words or names. When communicating with hearing impaired people, they try to modify their spelling so that it more closely follows the English word order. Many schools use a philosophy called total communication. Many deaf people in the U.S. use ASL. When deaf people communicate with each other, they use ASL. The first deaf person to teach other deaf people in the U.S. was a Frenchman named Laurent Clerc. In 1816, he came to the U.S. to help set up the first American school for the deaf, which opened in Hartford, Connecticut in 1817. Each letter of the alphabet is represented by a different position of the finger to spell out words. Actors use sign language to translate spoken words in a play for the deaf and hearing impaired children. Each character has an interpreter which signs the diagonal to the audience. The first step of sign language is learning the handmade ASL alphabet. You can learn ASL just the way you learn any other language. This term means that every type of communication, including ASL, lip reading, and oral speech, is used as needed to express information and ideas. ASL has special signs for whole words, phrases, and sentences. When you put all this hand talk together, you can say anything in the world. The best way to start learning is to try fingerspell your name. For example, Lisa O'Reilly. When you are studying about sign language, you will find out it is fun to study and fun to learn. On our poster, we put the alphabet in sign language. to do the words totally, but we started off the Pledge of Allegiance. And that's our report.
I'm Ed Bauer.
I'm Ellen Stuka.
And I'm Jeffrey Thomas. Our report is on Mayan glyphs. The Maya were actually Aztecs, and they invented a system of writing around the 3rd century. They wrote on paper from a certain bark of the fig tree. These manuscripts were called codices.
Only 3 Mayan codices survive until the present day. The Dresden Codex was created in the 11th or the 12th century. The Madrid Codex was created in the 5th or the 9th century. The Paris Codex was constructed in the 15th century.
We have learned from these manuscripts about the Mayan gods, goddesses, about their math, pastimes, kings, sacrificial practices, and their calendar.
An estimated 5,000 known Mayan texts appear on altars, statues, ornaments, and other various objects. To construct those texts, more than 800 texts were used. They could appear in simple form or more elaborate versions, such as heads, profiles, 4 figures of people, animals, or gods. They stood for words, syllables, or complementary elements to clarify intent. On this poster, we have the Mayan glyphs for motion, flint knife, and flower. As you can see, the Mayans did not use an alphabet as we know it today. Instead, they used mostly pictures or glyphs as seen on our poster.
This poster shows 10 of the 20 name gods from the Mayan month. One god is assigned for each day, each month, each year, and each cycle. A cycle is 20 times the last cycle. So the first cycle was 20 years, and the next one would be 400. And our first one is the crocodile, then wind, house, lizard, and serpent.
Our next 5 are death's head, deer, rabbit, water, and dog. Many priests calculated a solar year of a little more than 365 days, just as our astronomers do. Our year is 365.2422 days. Theirs was 365.2420 days. Mayan years were made up of 18 months with 20 days in each month, plus a 19th month made up of 5 days. This was considered an unlucky month, so people stayed home. The Mayan word for day is kin. And that's our report.
I'm Grace, and I'm going to tell you about Morse code. Who is Samuel F. B. Morse? He is the man who invented Morse code. I'm going to tell you the history and uses of this code. Morse code is used in the first voyage of the Mimi as a rescue call. When communications go down on spaceships, they use Morse code as a piece of their communication. During the Civil War, the northern states used it for communication during the war. There's an American code and an international code. The American code is similar but different in some ways. The American code differs in C, F, J, L, O, P, Q, R, X, Y, Z. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, period, and comma. Morse code can be used by light, sound, and by telegraph. Morse code is made up of dots and dashes. During the Civil War, they used wires strung on top of poles. Now the message is sent by radio waves. Now many people don't use Morse code because we have the phone. Samuel F. B. Morse was an artist who went over to England to study art. He studied art under a man by the name of Washington Allston. He was the founder of the National Academy of Design. Then he became interested in electricity and he went over to England a second time. When he came back, he met with the faculty of New York University to talk about the electric telegraph. Although there were similar ideas over in England, Morse kept with his idea for 12 years, with assistance by Leonard Gale, Joseph Henry, and Alfred Vail. His credit is still being questioned because of the similarity of other codes. Morse code is processed through a machine made by Samuel F. B. Morse, the telegraph. A dot represents a short impression, a dash a longer impression. Morse code is a great system of code. Too bad not many people use Morse code anymore. People don't use Morse code because of modern technology such as
telephones, satellites, and computers. It's a shame people in California didn't know how to use Morse code. It could have saved many lives.
Jeremy Metro.
I'm Nikki McNamara. I'm Ian Chaplinsky.
We did a report on scorpions. Some parts of the scorpion's body are the pinchers, abdomen, cilia, eyes, legs, metasome, and the stinger. The pinchers are used for pinching and attacking. The cilia are its teeth. The abdomen is the part of the female's body that swells up when the eggs develop. Its metasome is the 6 balls on its tail. Its stinger is where the poison leaves its body. Scorpions have a leathery skeleton on the outside of their bodies called an exoskeleton.
Scorpions belong to the family known as arachnids. Spiders, mites, and daddy longlegs are relatives of the scorpion. The scorpion's color is yellowish or black. Its adult lifespan is about 5 to 7 years. If a scorpion loses a leg in battle, he will eventually grow a new one. Its attack is silent. A scorpion usually kills for food and protection. A sting from a scorpion in the U.S. is like that of a bee or a wasp. An antivenom is a liquid that neutralizes the sting, the venom. The vaccine will last for a sting up to years. From time to time, a scorpion must molt or shed its skin in order to grow. The hair on their legs detect and magnify vibrations like an ear.
Scorpions eat their weight in food. They eat centipedes, millipedes, beetles, crickets, and rodents. Predators of the scorpion are dwarf owls,
Excuse the interruption again in case
mantises, and bats. They also eat many of their own kind. Without the scorpions, the world would be in total chaos because of the overpopulation of these.
And Brady Crespo, Mount Morse. We're doing a report on orca or killer whale. The orca is the largest of the dolphin family. It has 10 to 12 teeth on each side of the upper and lower jaws. Humans only have a total of 28 teeth. At birth, the orca is 2.4 meters, or 8 feet long. The adult female grows to be approximately 8.2 meters, or 27 feet in length. The male orca is the largest of the family, and it grows to be approximately 31 feet, which translates to 4,000 to 5,000 kilograms. Being slightly smaller, weighs in at 2,500 to 3,000 kilograms when fully grown. The male grows to be about 6 feet, while the female's dorsal fin only grows to be 2 feet. Orcas have a thick layer of mass called blubber. Blubber helps support their massive weight since their fat is lighter than the surrounding water. It also installs them from cold water in which they live where food source is abundant. The orca is able to use blubber as a reserve for energy or food when they are not hunting. The orca breeds all year round and produces a single calf. The calves are born 13 to 16 months. During the development, the month's calves resemble the humans. At birth, the calves are delivered alive and are able to swim at the moment of conception. Killer whales travel in packs called pods, which are made up of animals related to each other. Pod sizes range from 2 to 300 or more whales. Orcas hunt in pods with 40 or more whales. Their diet includes dolphins, seals, penguins, fish, squid, or other whales. When attacking large whales, orcas are said to run with the teeth. When an orca is killed by a whaler, the remaining orcas in the pack will seek revenge, or that particular whaler might even become the orca's next meal. Several other interesting facts about the orca are the orca's colors are glossy black and white. The orca can travel at 30 miles per hour. It lives approximately 60 years. And another thing is that the orca eats about 125 pounds of food each day. The color patterns of the orca. These are the color patterns of the orca. This is the color of the orca's stomach, and this is the color of the orca's back, which includes a white spot above the eye, which helps protect their coloration. And the orca can prey on any marine animal. It is the top predator of them all. The sea lion. Sea lions usually stay close to the beach, so the orcas usually hunt them in packs. What they usually do is that a few orcas go after the sea lion, so it tries to escape and
the ocean, and then the rest of them that are waiting in the deeper water cry. The seal is similar to the sea lion. It stays mostly on the beach, and the orca hunts it in the same way as the sea lion. The sea turtle. The sea turtle usually stays in the deeper depths of the ocean, so in order for the orca to hunt it, the orca has to dive as deep as it can go, or they wait for them to come up to the upper surfaces for air. And that concludes our report on killer whale. By Kristen Cost, Natalie Nedrich, and Crystal Lombardo. We have decided to do our report on the Maya, and here is a little bit of background about them. The earliest example of Maya hieroglyphics is about AD 300. Hittites developed hieroglyphics about 1500 BC. Some syllables represented words and phonetic syllables. Hieroglyphics were carved in Mexico and Central America from about AD 300 to about AD 900. This is a form of writing which pictures represented ideas and thoughts. Suddenly around AD 900, the culture had collapsed. Later, a change took place and hunters learned how to farm. Tribes came from families and made simple laws. They worshipped gods of nature. The Mayans lived in a small house and the family had one room. It had an oxygen beneath the floor. The nobility lived in palaces and had many servants and had many rooms and had an administrative office. The roof was held up by a wood post. Their writing has nearly 700 characters. Maya characters such as jewels, feathers, animals, and heads of birds. In time, they became formal patterns and we really couldn't tell what they were. Each glyph had a line surrounding it. Beasts use math and astronomy to develop two kinds of calendars. The two calendars are lunar and solar. Lunar, which is based on the circles of the moon, and solar, which is based on the stars. The solar calendar is just like ours and is based on the Mayan version. The Maya had two calendars. One was for the solar or civil year. One was sacred. Civil had 18 months of 20 days each, or 360 days in all. Added to this were 5 unlucky days called units, making a total of 365 days, just as in our calendar. This was called Pag. The sacred calendar was called Tuxet. It contained 260 days that marked the ceremonial life of the people. The type of language we are going to speak is called the Aztec Maya. This language is spoken in Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. Some Maya children speak Mayan at home, but speak Spanish at school. I will be translating in English. Fix it out. That means how are you? That means I'm fine. To pass the next. That means where are you going? Kimbin to na. That means I'm going home. Kukshan. That means let's go then. That means that's perfect. Now on to our visual. This is the area of where the Maya people live. This is some of the Mayan tools, such as shields, throwing sticks, a bow, a spear, and a knife. This is the type of numbers that the Maya people use. An eye-shaped figure is equal to 0, a dot is equal to 1, a bar is equal to 5, 2 bars is equal to 10, 3 bars is equal to 15. The eye-shaped figure with a dot above it is equal to 20. That is our conclusion for the report of silence. Hi, my name is Kristen. Kristen. I'm Jennifer. Jennifer. My name is Lisa. Lisa. My name is Mary. Mary. Sign language is a language used by deaf people all over the world. Many deaf people develop hearing loss from a disease called otitis media, which is an infection in the middle ear. A cold or infection spreads into the middle ear. It usually occurs during childhood. The most frequent age groups in which people develop hearing loss are babies and infants. Infants suffer from heredity or infections. Babies suffer if the mother develops German measles, chickenpox, or any other diseases while pregnant. Frequent causes of hearing loss between the ages of 20 and 50 are long exposure to loud noises or a condition called sclerosis, which also causes hearing loss. Doctors use medical training to help people with hearing disorders. People with deaf are trained to learn sign language so that they can learn to communicate with other people without using their voice rings. Many deaf people in the U.S. use the American Radio alphabet to communicate with other people. It contains 26 characters, one for each letter of the alphabet. They often use ASL or American Sign Language. Deaf people try to closely follow the English word ONA. Now Jennifer and I have tried the American Radio alphabet. A, B, C, 5, 6. Now Mary and I will find the numbers from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that concludes our report on sign language.
Hi, my name is Christopher Shinky.
Hi, my name is Jim Forrest.
Hi, my name is Stephen Miller.
We're doing a report on the orca whale.
The orca whale, or is also called a mantis or killer whale. Males are 30 feet long and females are half their size. They weigh 8 to 9 tons. Their dorsal fins can reach up to 6 feet long. They have large brains. It is 4 times the size of a human brain. Their color is mainly black and white. On the young orca, the white is tinged yellow. Their teeth are large and powerful. They are cone-shaped. They interlock. They have 20 to 24 teeth on each side. They hunt in packs from 3 to 40 whales. Their knife-like teeth cut chunks out of the prey. They feed on warm-blooded birds and animals. It attacks large whales and makes them surrender their young. Orcas are in all oceans, but usually in Arctic and Antarctic oceans. Orca whales are mammals, not fish. They are large dolphins. The body temperature is 99 degrees. They stay warm because of their blubber or fat. They breathe with lungs. They use a blowhole at the top of their head to breathe. They are also mammals because they give birth to live young. A female is pregnant for 16 months.
They nurse their calves for about 1 year. They have a baby every 3 to 10 years. When the calves are born, they are 7 feet long and weigh 400 pounds.
A killer whale can eat 125 pounds of fish in 1 day. An orca has its own distinct markings on each of its dorsal fins. This makes it easy for scientists to tell them apart. They use sounds to locate foods and other objects in the water. The sounds they make are high-pitched, clicking sounds. Their sounds travel through the water, not the air. When the sound waves hit the object, they bounce back and tell where the object is, how far away it is, and the shape of it. This system of seeing in the dark is called echolocation. Scientists think that orcas can hear up to 5 miles. Luckily, the species of whales is not endangered because of their quick speed. They can travel up to speeds of 30 miles per hour. They are small for a whale, which makes it hard for hunters to shoot at. They also use self-defense. They can guard themselves by ramming and attacking their enemies, which is only mankind. Killer whales fit into our environment because there's plenty of good water to swim in. They also have a good supply of food in the water. They are at the end of the food chain because they have no natural enemies. Orcas have the nickname of sea wolves because of their ferociousness and because they hunt in packs. Even though they are vicious hunters, they are not known to attack man.
In the 1960s, some killer whales were captured and put in Oceania. To the scientists' surprise, the orcas were friendly and they were not vicious. In Ohio, we have an oceanarium. It's called SeaWorld. The Mammal Protection Act of 1972 makes it illegal to hunt all whales. Greenpeace volunteers save whales by positioning inflatable rafts between the whale and the whale loop. By doing this, the whale hunter cannot shoot at them. When Greenpeace volunteers go out in rafts and they get their picture in the newspaper. This makes people care about the killer whale.
This is our drawing of an orca whale. Here are the flippers, the handle, the dorsal fin, and the fin.
The coloring of the back of an orca whale is black. The underside of an orca whale is white. It has a white marking behind the dorsal fin and a white marking either around the eye or above the eye. This concludes our report of the orca whale.
Hi, my name is Tim Cherney,
Hi, my name is Jason Stanley.
and our project is on the similarities and differences between the killer whale and dolphin.
The difference in size and color.
Even though they are in the same family, they still have many differences between them. The most common difference between them is their size. The orca male can get up to 32 feet and the female 28 feet. The bottlenose dolphin can only reach 12 feet. The killer whale has a black back and a white underside. The dolphin is gray on both sides.
The birth of the bottlenose dolphin and orca. Like most mammals, the bottlenose dolphin and orca are born from their mothers. The dolphin is about 4 to 6 feet long when it's born, and the orca is about 7 feet and weighs 300 pounds. The orca mother is pregnant for about 15 to 16 months. The baby orca and baby bottlenose dolphin, or calf, depend completely on their mother for food and protection. They will live with their mothers until they can take care of themselves.
Similarities and differences between the killer whale and bottlenose dolphin eating habits. Killer whale and bottlenose dolphins have many of the same eating habits, such as killer whales eat fish, squid, penguins, seals, sea lions, and other sea mammals, and even the larger squids. Dolphins eat smaller things, such as fish and small squid. They both catch their fish by using a system called sonar. Sonar works by sending sound waves that reflect off the fish or prey, and it tells where the food is found. Then they circle the prey, and they finally go in for the chase.
Habitats and characteristics. The dolphin and killer whale swim in most of the world's oceans. The bottlenose dolphin swims in most of the warmer regions and in marine parks. The orca swims in all the oceans and marine parks such as SeaWorld. They look the same in many ways. They both have a blowhole on the top of their head to help them breathe.
They both have dorsal fins too. The orca's dorsal fin is about 3 to 6 feet tall. The dolphin's is much smaller. The orca's dorsal fin distinguishes itself from most of the other whales because of its height. They both have flippers or paddles which they use to steer themselves through the water. The dolphin gets its name from its bottle nose. The orca does not have this feature, as we showed on our model, on our poster. They both have tails, or flukes. The orca's fluke is about 6 to 9 feet long, and the dolphin's is only about 2 feet.
Livelihood. Killer whale is an endangered species and should be preserved. After centuries of killing by fishermen hunting for their oil, they could be lost entirely. Dolphins are not endangered, but many are killed each year by tuna fishermen in their nets. Killer whale and bottlenose dolphin are very similar but different in many ways as you see. But it comes to a conclusion they are all loved around the world by many people.
Howard Kozak.
I'm Shane Patton.
And I'm Matt Jenker.
We are doing a report on the ocean floor. There are many theories of how the ocean floor was formed. From the edge of a continent to the continental slope lies a continental shelf. All of the fisheries are in the continental shelf. It can be as deep as 600 feet. The continental shelf extends hundreds of miles in some areas. In other areas, though, it hardly exists, and coastline nearly drops straight into deep water. It is covered by material called continental deposit and is carried down from land by rivers. In some way, it is the most important part of land beneath the sea.
The continental slope begins at the continental edge. It is much steeper than the continental shelf. At the end of the continental slope may be an undersea canyon. The undersea canyon is the steepest slope in the ocean. Walls of some canyons are steeper and higher than the walls of the Grand Canyon. Others may have been caused by sand and mud cutting down into the ocean bottom.
Great mountains rise from the bottom of the ocean, and many are volcanoes. In some places, they stick out above the surface of the sea and form islands. An enormous mountain range, 10,000 miles long, runs down the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and is called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. After the continental slope or an undersea canyon or mountain lies the abyss. It is a deep, extreme level plain that connects one continental slope to the other. The abyss also contains deposits of clay, silt, and sand.
Here is the continental shelf, and now this is the continental slope. And down here is the undersea canyon, and up here is this. And then this is the undersea mountain.
I'm Mike Young.
And I'm Doug Cass.
We did our report on reefs. Reefs are massive rock-forming material in water. Corals are the large mined skeletons of sea animals that build up over time. The largest reef in the world is the Great Barrier Reef. South America is famous for its coral reefs. Most coral is used for jewelry. The coral for jewelry is usually red, but it can be pink, yellow, black, and white. Coral reefs have three forms: rim, barrier, and atoll reefs. When coral dies, the cup which it once lived remains. New coral grows on top, causing the mound to get larger.
This is a poster of living coral. These are the tentacles that sting its food, and the mouth takes it and the stomach swallows it. These are three different kinds of reefs. This is the reef that's on the side of the mountain or island. This, you have a lagoon in the middle. It grows off the side, but there's a lagoon in the middle. And this is where it fills in the middle.
Over here, here's some of the plants that live in the coral. One of here is the sponge. Here, it feels like being on another planet. Enormous sponges grow out to the reef wall. Some are so large, a diver can't stand inside. This one is a brain coral. A brain coral resembles a human name. It may take a brain coral 20 years to double its size. Over here, it's a red Gornance coral, waves gratefully in the water of South Pacific. Over here, sea creatures that live in the coral. One of them is the jellyfish umbro. Like horse stance with strapping oral stacks and tentacles are one of the common sights at sea. Small fish often seek protection within the corals of the big jellyfish. Over here is the moral eel. With its sharply pointed teeth, can be dangerous and aggressive. The largest species grows to be 3 meters in length. Over here, a starfish moves from stone to stone in search of food. Over here is a Preporus redis. It is one of the strangest looking and most dangerous of fish. A prick from one of its poison thorns can cause a painful wound. But here's a white-tipped reef shark. White-tips are the most active at night, hunting along the ocean bottom. During the daytime, they commonly gather underwater caves where they rest motionlessly. Over here, the colorful clownfish lives among the tentacles of a certain type of enemy. And I brought you some coral. This is a staghorn. Staghorn's coral looks like a deer's antlers. Staghorns act like a piece of tree under the water. It provides shelter for little fish because the predators are too big to fit between the shapes and will get out stabbed. Over here is a poplus. Poplus, like people, live close together in colonies. As poplus grow, they move up to build new skeletons on the top of the old, and very slowly the reefs grow down with them.
And this is just a large piece of coral that I read. That concludes our report on reefs.